The LPL doesn't take any breaks. We don't take any rests or pauses. Our next game is already underway, and we're going to be hopping into it in just a few short moments. Welcome back. I'm Dom. This is Clement. Let's get into it. BLG versus Rogue Warriors right now. It just started a few moments ago. You can see the pick and ban on your screen. Let's take a quick look at this composition for the two. You mentioned you like the composition for BLG.
For BLG, I think BLG has a far superior draft. You look at the team fighting potential between these two teams. Rogue Warriors running a very, very short range comp. The most range they have is only on that Ryze, and they have to walk it through a Lissandra and a Cassiopeia and an Alistar at the same time. So much room for BLG to get off damage.
Well, luckily they do have discount Jarvan in that Olaf, who can press R and just run straight in, and of course Galio follows on top of that.
That's true. He has to have a massive game by the looks of it. There is a lot of gank potential for Rogue Warriors side. We are going to take a look at the first blood that happened. Level 5 fight where we see 4 members of Rogue Warriors collapsing onto BLG, and Metoer is the one to fall down, but straight on the back of that, Jinjiao also gets a piece, and another piece of action in the top side as well.
Yeah,
so
looks like ADD just went down. Flash used from ZhaoYun, and 8 minutes into the game, we're at 2 kills to 3 as our lovely Yorick continues to shove, just like he did in the set that we just got out of. We've got another Yorick pushing in once again. So let's go ahead and take stock of what's going on in this game. No dragons, though, as I say it. Rogue Warriors turn on to the first one. We've got Zwuji on that Lucian, which he is so well known for, as a replay of the kill that just happened top, though Kuro might have something to say about this dragon.
So just a straight up solo kill does land the
that's the engage, plus the Nocturne. They managed to land the snare, find not 1, but now 2 kills. This teleport is completed, but that's too far. ZhaoYun has got no flash. He's got nowhere to go. 3 members of Rogue Warriors dead as they commit way too much for the Ocean Dragon.
Yeah, great punish by BLG. I like how the BLG has been one of the best teams at using Paranoia and syncing that up with Kuro. So once the lights turned off, you could see Rogue Warriors were caught in a very difficult situation. They already started their teleport on ZhaoYun, and you could see their carries running away from the scene. So just sowing that confusion into the ranks of Rogue Warriors allowed BLG to strike back with a united fist.
And that gives a 2,000 gold advantage to BLG. Despite ADD going down, he still finds himself with 12 CS over ZhaoYun in that top lane. He is down a level overall, though he does deny a good 2 waves up against that turret with the expended teleport from ZhaoYun. So perhaps some of BLG's shot calling and experience starting to show through against this young Rogue Warriors squad.
We call BLG a coach's favorite team. You can always see why the play works. They don't rely on outplays. They rely on very sturdy map movements and very reliable engages where they have more numbers, where they have more focus. Everything is well coordinated. BLG under Coach Sim has been one of the biggest surprises for me. I thought they were not going to be in playoff contention, but I was proved wrong.
They're actually going for a chase onto Xuzhu, and Metoer just finds himself a solo kill with the nicely placed deep ward. Doesn't even hesitate to press the R button.
Yeah, doesn't have the Ragnarok up, so very well timed by Metoer there. Usually you don't see a Nocturne being willing to take that trip straight into an Olaf, but have the timing on the dot for the ultimate.
That's almost reminiscent of Nocturne's release when people used to take Clairvoyance with Nocturne. The original blue trinket is flash knock up. Kuro now chasing onto Huatian. He's locked down, constantly snared and CC'd, and the kill gets handed over to Jinjiao. BLG, they're just picking up kills across the map. Rogue Warriors, we picked the perfect time to watch them systematically fall apart.
You put it in exactly the right way. For Rogue Warriors, the lane that they rely on most is their bot lane. Uji, their star carry, their one-trick Vayne player. If that lane isn't going well for Rogue Warriors, they typically find it very hard to have action across the map. And look at how far Jinjiao is ahead of that lane. 3-0-3 already has the Luden's Echo, and that's a kill lane with a one-shot combo between the Alistar and the Cassiopeia.
And BLG are just a flurry of blows right now, launching attack after Rogue Warriors, finding kills top, finding kills bottom, using that Rift Herald mid, taking down what is soon to be another layer of turret plating down in that bottom lane. Rogue Warriors are reeling from this non-stop presence from BLG on the map, And still BLG, with Kuro teleporting back on the map, are set to continue swinging this forward. And now look at how Rogue Warriors are defending. They're lane swapping the Ryze bottom, sending Zwuji and Killua mid to try and hold that turret against Kuro.
I don't think that really works out, even for Huatian at this point. The kill combination from BLG, they can keep their lanes in the current position and still chip away at towers consistently. There's no real need for them to swap out of this configuration. And once their minion waves start hitting the towers, it's a very easy dive for a lot of these lanes. Meteor already with massive amounts of damage. His damage alone is enough for BLG to straight up kill any tower defenders.
Yeah, he's a big boy. And then you add in the poke of ADD in the top lane to fire across with the serrated Dirk lethality, and doesn't quite stop the recall. It makes for a pretty scary scenario for Rogue Warriors if they ever either find themselves out of position or even in position under a turret and BLG just fancy themselves a dive. You can even start to see some of the gold differentials. In the mid lane, it's a 1,300 gold lead for Kuro. In the bottom lane, Jinjiao is another 1,300 gold ahead of Zwuji. In the top lane, ADD, he's down just a handful of gold, but now ticks over to be ahead of ZhaoYun as the wave crashes in.
And this is the composition, this is the roster that Rogue Warriors used to defeat. Never mind.
Oh man, no hesitation. Flash over the wall, but that's a flash that he can't use in any upcoming fights because Infernal's up in 15 seconds. BLG are everywhere.
And that was so beautiful by BLG. They cut out the rotation, and they're going to get a free tower bot lane for it. They should also be able to defend in the mid wave as well, if they can clear a path out of here.
It looks like they're actually trying to go for a Realm Warp over the wall to catch up to ADD. They're diving and going aggressive to find themselves a kill. Ooh, and they do find it. They're set to finish off this top tier 1, but already first brick. Oh, it needs to be taken. There it goes. Finally finished off by BLG in that bottom lane. Kuro is still pushing with a minion wave, and we're seeing BLG push up in that mid lane while Meteor is taking the Infernal Dragon. All right, Rogue Warriors, you wanted the finger. BLG are taking the whole hand.
Yeah, BLG, no hesitation like you were talking about. If they find a better trade on the map, they're opting in for it. Doesn't matter. ADD, he knows his role. He can sacrifice his life at that point. 3 objectives to 1 was the trade.
That is not an effective trade for Rogue Warriors. It does put them on the map a little bit by giving some freedom to ZhaoYun in that top lane to push past the river, though something tells me he's not going to get the chance to stay in that lane for that much longer, knowing Zwuji's propensity to try and focus on CS. So I'm excited to see where that Lucian is going to go, because Kuro is already heading top preemptively.
They are aiming for that third outer tower at this point.
On the clock, yeah.
On average, the first tower is taken around 14 minutes and 6 seconds in the LPL. But in this game, they could feasibly complete all 3 outer turrets before 16 minutes. So one of the most accelerated games that we've seen in the patch 9.2 with turret platings.
Yeah, and we just so happen to have joined in at just the right time to watch BLG make this happen. Blow after blow after blow, moving as a cohesive unit and communicating as a team where Rogue Warriors are weak to exploit this non-stop. Huatian is in the top lane, but he has no freedom to move up and defend that turret. Take a look at the wards that he's got. A single defensive ward by the red buff to try and keep himself safe as he has to back away from Kuro. And with Knee in the jungle up top, that turret will crumble. It wasn't even 16 minutes, Clement. It was 15-10.
Yeah, they're just acting so fast, and they're really using the threat of Nocturne. If you're playing up against a Nocturne, you have to have deep wards into the lane itself, or Nocturne could fly in from the lane. So Ryze isn't willing to step up and contest. He has some vision in his own jungle, but even that is not enough to make him feel safe.
All 3 outers are gone for Rogue Warriors before 16 minutes into the game. They are struggling to find footing in this matchup as Knee is racing down. ZhaoYun is the target. That's the undertow. Flash knock up over the walls. That's the ignite and a follow-up stun. He will burn down as ADD finds himself the kill. 16 minutes into the game, and BLG, they are just swinging non-stop, and Rogue Warriors are reeling.
All too easy. This is what a veteran team should do to a rookie team like Rogue Warriors. Rogue Warriors, they've been running into a really rough patch. So far already losing their previous 4 games, I believe. Dropping very, very one-sided matches to EDG, being crushed by Clear Love. And once again, BLG are winning this match because of their brains, not their brawn. It's about the rotations, it's about anticipating what Rogue Warriors are going to do and cutting them out of their options. I've never seen a game where Paranoia has had so much value. Even though he didn't actually get the kills, he was able to force Rogue Warriors to take suboptimal pathing around the map and just trade for towers that way.
It almost feels like we're watching a 5-stack of random solo queues versus a full 5-stack of team in communication with each other right now. BLG are just moving faster, communicating better, tracking their opponents. They know the next objective they want to go for before they even take the first step of the one that's currently in front of them. They have a game plan, whereas Rogue Warriors, their game plan is survive. And it doesn't seem to be working out very well for them.
That's their only option at this point. Rogue Warriors, their draft has been very consistent. Stake has said, you know what, we're a new team. The only way we win is if we somehow win all of our lanes. So typically their drafts have not been set up very well to handle mid-game team fights or even late-game scaling at this point. So it's going to be very, very difficult for Rogue Warriors first to work out of this chokehold. And even if they do, they don't have a lot to look forward to.
There's the Paranoia up again down into the bottom lane. ZhaoYun has got no flash, but he does find himself a kill with the Maiden and his Mistwalkers, doing a hefty amount of damage onto ADD. But still, Yorick is gone. The split push is missing. There is now a lot more flexibility for BLG, though. That's going to be the face check from Metoer. Good old-fashioned face in the bush. He does have the Guardian Angel to try and reset this, but Nee tries to stall out the stun and forces out Xuzhu's flash.
A good trade back on Rogue Warrior's side that does stop things, and it's a very obvious sign that ZhaoYun at this point, because he did pick up one extra kill and with the Triforce and everything.
Ooh, oh, look at that. Manages to get into the Hero's Punch and block Killua's escape. He goes down, just looking for a ward, guys. He just wanted some vision.
Yeah, and BLG, Rogue Warriors thought that BLG had already left their own jungle. They had a ring of wards around there, but every time Rogue Warriors tried to find their way out of BLG's stranglehold, try to walk past their ward line, they're just instantly punished.
Yeah, you put a single toe out of line and BLG are going to punish it. Now, you can even see Huatian hiding in Pixel Brush just to take Scuttle Crab, though it looks like he might be trying to find a pick. Sidestep. Snare lands along with some more damage. ZhaoYun getting some good damage onto ADD. He's running away as best he can. Gets into the vision. Flashes over the wall to safety. Realm Warp to try and chase. He's looping back around though. Huatian over the wall gets split. ADD goes back in. He ends up trading 1 for 1, but now ZhaoYun, he's got flash. Tries to drop the wall. Splits up BLG. Jinjiao still got damage though. Has he got enough? Because meanwhile, Kuro is still splitting. Taking the tier 2. Zwuji joins the fight. He's getting damage and Jinjiao will fall as a result. Nee running as fast as he can. ZhaoYun and the rest of Rogue Warriors find a handful of kills, but they are losing their base.
And this is a situation where BLG could actually try and keep the enemy in the mid lane. That is what they're going to do at this point. We see the pings going down. They're happy for this trade.
Inhibitor turret for a mid-tier 1. Metoer, he's got himself a Guardian Angel, so he's got no concern. That's the Paranoia. Doesn't take it, though. Mini will fall. Ultimately, it's kill gold over to Rogue Warriors. A handful of bounties cleaned up as they drop down Jinjiao, Mini, and ADD.
The big one to go down really was the 800 gold given over to Zwuji. I want you to see this. This is pretty funny as a bait. He actually stepped on the honey fruit, slowing himself and allowing him to be caught by the Rune Prison. I'm not sure who actually hit the honey fruit, but if it was Huatian, it was an amazing play. Even though he does trade back the 1v1 for it, they have the better concave at this point. BLG overextend on this side of the map. This is a situation where they didn't need to find themselves in. I think they should have been happy with ADD going down and just taking the Infernal plus the bot lane tower at that point. The bot lane coming here was a bit of an overcommit. We have to call that out.
Even in addition to that, while all those fights were going on, while the inhibitor turret was traded, Metoer took the Infernal Dragon.
Yep.
Still, BLG are streets ahead of Rogue Warriors right now. They are just leading every single play. And yes, Rogue Warrior get themselves, I suppose, the pride kills to chase down Jinjiao, Mini, and ADD. But my favorite question, at what cost? They are hemorrhaging objectives. If they continue trading like this, they are going to run out of turrets. They are going to run out of inhibitors in just a few short minutes.
The only thing they got out of that was item parity on Zwuji. He's sitting at 2.5 against the 2.5 of Cassiopeia right now, so at least they have that going for them. But the big question is, I don't even think you can survive the Nocturne. They failed to get the Guardian Angels off of Meteor, and he can just solo shut down Zwuji's damage output at this point.
Real scary for Rogue Warriors as their star 80 carry is in such a dangerous position. And that's only talking about the Nocturne. When you consider the Jayce, who can fire these long-range shock blasts for chip damage, for the Lissandra, who can dive into the back and ult herself to keep herself safe, it becomes an even more terrifying prospect. Now, the bottom tier 1 has successfully been chipped away as BLG are looking for their next objective. With Kuro pushing top, it might be this tier 2 here, but Huatian finds himself some good damage. Chunks Kuro down to below half. Still BLG look for the opportunity. They found Killua once again stalling out the hero's entrance, and they find themselves a kill. Still the chase from Rogue Warriors as they step in. Xuzhu steps forward. Jinjiao separated from his team, but still able to zone Rogue Warriors back.
And that should be even more chip damage onto the top side as well. BLG are going so hard on these fights. Just one person stepping out and they're willing to go all in onto it. It's really about creating that psychological pressure for Rogue Warriors, really trying to force them to forfeit even contesting this section of the map.
It's like conditioning in fighting games. If I always block when you overhand heavy, then eventually they're going to start trying to repeat with a low light. And that's when you go for the quick throw to try and upset.
Put very eloquently.
It's BLG teaching Rogue Warriors this one technique, this one thing that they need to be afraid of before they completely change it up in the next 5 minutes and break Rogue Warriors apart.
There were a couple of solo outplays, though. Rogue Warriors doing very well on the top side for Huatian. That really prevented tower being taken, trading out most of the HP for Lissandra. Also on the bot side, we've seen ZhaoYun already get the solo kill this game, so there are spots where Rogue Warriors can work around, but they're just too far behind on the map.
We see them trying to push forward now with some push from Zwuji and Killua in the mid lane, trying to control the wave, but the old face check once again grounded. Flash is available. Zwuji uses the heal, but now he's been caught out. There's the Meteor chase that we were just talking about. The Maw of Malmortius has popped and destroyed as BLG emerge from the woodwork of Summoner's Rift to find themselves 2 kills, and now they're running for the Baron.
That's just such a nasty strategy. We've seen multiple games where BLG do go onto the Nocturne, and they are currently the best Nocturne team that we've seen. Every time you see the Paranoia go down, there's already a teleport in place being channeled. They're going to get that uneven numbered fight, and they just collapse from so many angles, doing so well on all of these. Kuro has been an MVP multiple times on this Lissandra, and he always finds the exact position towards the back line. Let's watch this again. BLG again up to their old tricks, predicting the pathing of Rogue Warriors. Rogue Warriors have to check. It's a triple Infernal, and then Kuro comes out from nowhere to snipe off the Lucian as well.
I mean, Rogue Warriors are playing checkers while BLG are playing three-dimensional chess right now. They are steps ahead, pulling the map apart time and time again, only clearing out wards when they really need to. Our Rogue Warriors, it seems like they can see BLG moving up into mid and top, moving around that side of the map, but there's nothing that they can do because they have been punished so many times and conditioned to be punished. They don't have the capability to step forward and force a fight on their own anymore because BLG has stricken it away from them.
BLG know that they have better coordination, so they've tailored their compositions and their play to make maximum use of that fact. They were known as a team fighting team in 2018, swapped over to a new roster. They still have that synergy intact.
You can take the Amazing J out of BLG. Wait, no, that's not it. Yeah, no. You can't take the BLG out of... Wait, hold on. I'll get there.
You'll get there.
I'll get there.
I'll wait for you.
Give me a second. You can take Amazing J out of BLG, but you can't take the team fight out of... Anyways, it's 26 minutes into the game. BLG have the Baron buff, and they're going to try sieging mid and top. They've got Meteor with Paranoia. He's level 15 while Kuro split pushes bottom. He's keeping ZhaoYun busy. That's the Realm Warp from Huatian to try and catch up. They've managed to find 2, but the immediate knock-up, along with the Petrifying Gaze, locks down Killua before he gets a chance. They even chase back onto Zwuji, and Metoer gets another assassination. The Flash Snare, ADD with the stopwatch. He's still alive, but for how long? Flashes away from the undertow. They are dancing with death and surviving, and it is an intricate waltz that could very well result in this tier 1 turret, or sorry, inhibitor turret.
Rogue Warriors tried to match the pace, but BLG were already waiting. Look at Metoer and his position, how fast he was able to come into the fight. He actually stopped the culling from doing pretty much any damage from their own composition. It's now about, can BLG actually escape with their lives?
They are trying to catch up. The undertow catches Kuro, but he's able to escape. And still they are retreating. The top tier 2 has been broken. The inhibitor has crumbled. And Rogue Warriors are losing everything. 11,500 gold behind as BLG are showing why they are in contention for playoffs.
League of Legends is an easy game if you know every single move the enemy's going to do.
It really is.
Yeah.
You just, oh, he's doing this? Well, I'll do that. Find the kills.
Picture perfect. A very telegraphed play, but watch how fast BLG are able to react to this. Killua basically gets nothing. Metoer solos out Zwuji at this point. And Huatian can't even find the backup kills. All the meantime, ZhaoYun couldn't find access into the team fight. Couldn't use his teleport because Paranoia was up. Had to trek towards the team fight. And he probably didn't even know the situation until he finally got there.
The moment he arrived, he was like, wait a sec, I don't want to be a part of this. This isn't what I signed up for. But now with Super Minions streaming down the mid lane and a split push, Lissandra and Jayce in the side lanes. Rogue Warriors, the sand is running thin from their hourglass. The clock is ticking, and still BLG are shaking that hourglass up to make it run through faster. Over the wall! Mini separates and starts the fight. Jinjiao has no way of chasing, but Mini has got no chill. He has got no calm. And he forces Rogue Warriors back. Love it!
This is such a thriller of a game. You feel for Rogue Warriors when they finally get that escape off. There's like,
ooh, they made it
close, that was close.
Yeah, horror film here.
When you're just trying to survive a horror film, it makes it a lot harder to win the game.
Uh-oh, they're trying to look for the chase onto ZhaoYun again. It's in the mid lane, but the Guardian Angel is popped. He's going to pop right back up. Killua managed to find a good taunt onto Jinjiao in the back, but there's no follow-up. Nobody can chase into the back. Killua drops along with ZhaoYun. They managed to split Rogue Warriors apart, and they will be consumed piecemeal by BLG. Not even worrying to finish off these kills because the Nexus is right there. Unless I speak too soon, and Metoer, oop, just going to keep Zwuji away from the base while BLG are set to finish this game off because minions are flooding in. It's up to Huatian and Xuzhu to hold ground.
Yeah, 2v4 in this situation. It's going to be so hard. Zwuji still dueling Metoer here.
Over the wall, managed to escape, but the first Nexus turret has crumbled. Huatian gets knocked up and bursted out. The stopwatch gets popped, but the Nexus turret falls in the meanwhile. Huatian follows just before, and now BLG turn onto the Nexus. And 30 minutes in, BLG systematically dismantle Rogue Warriors in Game 1.
One of the cleanest stomps that I've seen this split. BLG putting up an absolute clinic. If you ever allow Kuro to move out of his lane and be where he pleases, you're in for a very, very short game.
Oh yeah. That guy was everywhere. I want to know if BLG invented a new, more efficient language to play League of Legends in. Because that wasn't English, that wasn't Chinese, that wasn't Korean. I don't know how they were communicating information so instantaneously to one another to be able to move that quickly across the map.
It's actually insane because if you think about it, this is actually ADD and Kuro's first year in the league.
Yeah.
They are not expected to speak any Chinese whatsoever, and yet the team still communicates that to the level where you even doubt if they even need language. It's like telepathy on the team.
Absolutely stellar performance from BLG, ending the game with a massive gold advantage, 13,000 gold, 29 minutes in, and absolutely tearing apart Rogue Warriors. I mean, we knew it would be tough for Rogue Warriors. We knew it was going to be an uphill battle. That's something that I think I wanted to talk about at least before we got into the game, but I don't think we were expecting this.
Yeah, that was a shellacking of epic proportions.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Rogue Warriors, this is the dilemma with Rogue Warriors. I think that they don't have the team play necessarily, and they don't have the individual talent to go up against some of the best of teams. So their current strategy is default to pick all of the hardest lane counters you can possibly get. The Ryze against the Lissandra, lane counter. The Lucian against the Cassiopeia can work if you max the W, and then in the top lane, they got the solo kill with ZhaoYun, good for them. But that can't be your only strategy.
Yeah.
Because if that falls apart, you have absolutely nothing less. You just get bowled over.
I mean, we've even been hearing from the team themselves that Zwuji is their win condition. If he does well, they usually do moderate, if not well, themselves. If he does poor, then otherwise that doesn't work out. Against a team like BLG with so much experience in the top lane, in the mid lane, you bring in Metoer in the jungle who has zero hesitation. Focusing on one lane is not going to cut it.
That is a scary, scary game to watch. I feel like Metoer is going to have a lot of Nocturne bans that start to be thrown at him.
Yeah.
They just play too well with the pick. I haven't checked their win rate yet, but the last time I've seen this play, again from BLG, Kuro and Metoer look like they share the same minds.
Yeah, absolutely stellar play from BLG in Game 1. That said, we're going to go and take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 between BLG and Rogue Warriors is coming at you in just a few.